Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. As we all know, the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria is not yet over until the Supreme Court rules. Right now, the matter is still with the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal sitting at the appeal court. You can bet your bottom dollar that will not be the end of the case, no matter the outcome of this petition or petitions at the tribunal. It will end up in the Supreme Court. This is because if the appeal court or the election petition court, presidential election petition court or tribunal, whichever way you like to call it, whatever the verdict is, whoever loses there will head to the Supreme Court. If at the end of the proceedings at the appeal court, that's the election petition tribunal, and the court rules that Peter Obi of the Labour Party is the duly elected president of Nigeria and that the election of Bola Tinubu was an error by Ahmed, you can bet Tinubu will go to Supreme Court. Likewise, if this court, the tribunal, rules that Peter Obi, that Bola Tinubu remains elected and return as INEC announced on March 1, Peter Obi will not agree. Atiku will not agree. They are going to end up in the Supreme Court. But it is interesting so that we look at what happened this Thursday, this past Thursday, that's on June 15, because Peter Obi was in court again, and himself and the Labour Party, Peter Obi and the Labour Party were in court on Thursday, and Peter Obi tendered 18,088 blood result sheets and other documents. Now we're going to look at what happened, what transpired, then we now analyze it, the way forward, and why it mattered most that Peter Obi should do what he did. Now, the news is that the Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi, on Thursday, tendered 18,088 blood pooling unit result sheets, among other documents, in continuation of the presentation of their case, challenging the declaration of Bola Tinubu as the winner of the February 25, 2023 presidential election, for which Bola Tinubu was sworn in on May 29. Peter Obi's lawyer, Onyechi Bazu, a senior advocate of Nigeria, tendered the documents through the petitioner's fourth witness. That fourth witness is PW4, Eric Wadebu of Edu, who described himself as a professor of mathematics at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. The petitioner also tendered reports of the witness analysis of some election materials, a copy of a letter written to him by the Labour Party dated February 20th, 2023, engaging Professor Ofedu to help the party analyze data in respect of the February 25 presidential election and the subpoena issued to him by the Labour Party and Mr. Peter Obi to attend courts and produce the said documents. Now, what is interesting about this matter is this. This professor of mathematics, Peter Obi, recruited him since February 20th, that is 5 days before the presidential election, to help him in data analysis of the outcome of the election. It means that Peter Obi was already prepared for the election outcome in case there will be need for litigation, the need for recalculation or tabulation of results by the Independent National Electoral Commission. That's what it means. Because Peter Obi tendered documents showing that the man was commissioned by Peter Obi since February 20th. That's about 5 days before the presidential election. Now, lawyer to the Independent National Electoral Commission, Abubakar Mahmood, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chief Wole Olanipekun, Senior Advocate of Nigeria for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Vice President Kashim Shettima, and Lateef Fagbemi Sam, Senior Advocate of Nigeria for the All Progressive Congress, objected to the tendering of majority of the documents, promising to adduce reasons for their objection at the final written address stage. Now, you know that most of the documents that Peter Obi and Labour Party have presented, even though those documents come from INEC, they have always objected to it. And when they object, APC will follow and object. Tinubu's lawyers and the Shettima's lawyers will follow and object to it. Maybe at the final stage of these proceedings, we'll know the reasons for their objections. Earlier, Mahmood, Olanipekun, and Fagbemi expressed displeasure that the petitioners only served them the written statement of Ofedu few minutes before the court said, arguing that they ought to be earlier served to enable them to study the statement for the purpose of cross-examination. It was, however, agreed by lawyers to both parties that the witness should be allowed to testify in chief and return on Friday for the respondents to cross-examine him, a position that court adopted in a brief ruling. So the court accepted in a brief ruling that the witness in chief will be cross-examined on Friday by the respondents. At the conclusion of his testimony in chief on Thursday, the presiding justice, Justice Haruna Samani, ordered the witness to return on Friday at 9 a.m. for the purpose of cross-examination. The petitioners also called his fifth witness, PW5, Lumni Edevi, another subpoenaed witness, who described himself as an official of Arise Television. They tendered through Edevi a flash drive containing a video recording of a presentation by the Independent National Electoral Commission chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, at the Chatham House, London. In the video, which was played at the open court, The INEC chairman spoke, among others, about his agencies that INEC preparedness for the last general election. He said that INEC planned to deploy technology, which include the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) and the uploading of polling unit results to INEC result viewing portal where anyone could view it. Professor Yakubu said the results will be uploaded to the INEC result viewing portal where the same at the same time as the thing appeared on the polling units. Okay, at the polling units. And what it means is that I, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, in the video that was played in the open court, he promised that the result will be transmitted live from the polling units, that the result sheet will be photographed, okay, that is photographed, the form EC8A will be photographed by the beavers, and the beavers will transmit it real time to the INEC viewing portal. Professor Mahmoud Yakubu said this to the world at the Chatham House. So Peter Obi's witness brought those videos to court as an indictment of Mahmoud Yakubu, because on the election day, he failed to do as he promised. So since he failed to do as he promised, how do you trust the results that came out from the process when the process was not followed? INEC jettisoned what he told Nigerians and the international community that it is going to do. It is going to transmit these results from the various polling units across the country, real time, from the polling units to the beavers to the viewing portal, that's the IRF. So that was what played out in the court on Thursday. But there are some things we have to discuss. Why did Peter Obi took his time to bring over 18,000 blood result sheets? Those result sheets that Peter Obi tendered, they were signed by INEC. It was INEC that gave it to them as certified true copies. Now, INEC chairman is supposed to come to court to come and explain how he was able, where he got the results that he used in declaring Bola Tinubu president. Because a situation where you have 18,000 blood result sheets, and what Peter Obi took to court was not the whole thing. What he took to court was just a sample to show what happened nationwide. That was why he presented them state by state, so that the justices of the court will see that the election did not meet the standard to qualify for an election to choose the president of Nigeria. So INEC bypassed its own rules and regulations, which it also promised Nigerians and the international community that it will follow in the conduct of the election. Already, some newspapers like Nation, which is owned by Tinubu, they want to pass it off as if Peter Obi is wasting his time by bringing those over 18,000 blood result sheets. No, he's not wasting his time. He is bringing it to the attention of the court to see that there is a problem in the calculation and the tabulation that was done by INEC. If you have such a large number, just a small sample, you're having a small sample of 18,000, over 18,000 blood result sheets. And these blood result sheets are on the INEC array. So how did INEC get the result that he used in announcing the winner on March 1? When you have a huge challenge like that, that is a challenge also before the court. To call INEC chairman, he has been subpoenaed, but he has not appeared. But he ought to appear. And that was the essence of what Peter Obi did by bringing those resources to court. It's a total indictment of the INEC chairman. That you have such a huge number of blood resources and you still went ahead. And you may say that that's 18,000 is not significant enough to have affected the impact of the election. That 18,088 copies that P2P brought to court, they are just sample. They are sample. They are not the whole result. But it gives you an indication of what you see if you bring all the results together in one place. Of course, that will be a tedious work to do. But a sample is an indication of the whole. Okay? If they tell you now you are cooking soup, you want to know whether there's enough salt in the soup, you just take a small spoon. You don't have to drink the whole soup in the pot before you know whether it has salt or whether the salt is excess. All you need is to just take a small spoon and you test it. That's what's called sampling in research and whatever you can call it. So these 18,000 blood result sheets are just a sample, small sample you can call it, of the millions of votes that was cast that day. So one of the things you should take away from this is that P2B was well prepared for this case. He was well prepared for it in the sense that you can see that he hired a professor of mathematics to do the analysis for him even before the election, that will do the analysis for him. And the mathematician has done his analysis. We have not been told what the total things that contained inside there. That was why even the lawyers of Tinubu and lawyers of APC and INEC, they have to go and study the reports that man, the witness, produced in court before they can be able to ask him, cross-examine him. But I can tell you for free what my hunch is telling me. He must have done his mathematical work correct. That will be enough to show, to leave a lot to be desired, leave a lot of loopholes that could be sufficient enough to question INEC's declaration of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as the winner of the election based on facts and figures that was tabulated by this man. Because it is this same man who tabulated these 18,000 blood sheets. He's the one that compiled it and did his general overhaul of, give a general summary of what he got and brought it to the court. So it will make an interesting watch to see the fine details of what that mathematician his analysis of the result on the IRIF and everything. But it shows that Peter Obi is prepared. They told him to go to court. He has gone to court. And he's not disappointing his followers, because you can see that even when they try to make his lawyers appear as incompetent, when you check, you find out that they are as competent as the best of lawyers you can think of. After all, some of them, at least one of them, was with him when he won his Anambra State governorship election through the courts. So it's not as if Peter Obi don't know what he's doing. And one of the things that you should take away from Peter Obi is that Peter Obi is not a frivolous man. If Peter Obi had no ground to challenge this election and win it through the court, Peter Obi will not go to court and be wasting his money and throwing it to senior advocates of Nigeria. Instead, he would have used that money to donate it to charity, to organizations, to help the poor and the needy. That's basically it. So, one of the things that should give anybody who is a follower of Peter Obi confident is the fact that Peter Obi is standing strong ahead with this case. And if there is no chance of Peter Obi winning this case, he will not be in court. He would have forgotten about the matter. But he believes strongly that he won this election and that this election was taken away from him. That's why you see he's ready to go to the end of the earth, to the end of the world, to show that he won the election. He will do the best he can to prove his case. It is now left for the judges, both in the appeal court, where the matter is right now, and in the Supreme Court, where the matter will get to later, to prove him wrong that he didn't win the election. And that's why all eyes are on the judiciary to see what they will do. But one thing you should take away from this video is that Peter Obi's faith is strong that he won the election. And that if he's not strong that he won this election, if his mind is not strong that he won this election, Peter Obi will not hire senior advocate of Nigeria, several of them, and be paying them, wasting his money, which he could have used to better the life of the needy in the society. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. God bless you and yours.